how to start and how to find your ship. Hey everyone, this is 𝐂𝐲𝐽 back at ya, and this is a beginner's guide for No Man's Sky. Let's start a new save, choose play game. It's really easy, just click on the empty save slot and start by choosing the game mode. Now there's a couple of game modes. I suggest if you're new to No Man's Sky, start with a normal mode save. Yep, normal. I know everyone is tempted to go to permadeath or survival save, but normal mode is where most of the players are, and you won't lose your save file if you die like in permadeath. And the only difference from survival and permadeath are you can keep your save if you die, but you lose your stuff that you got on your Exosuit, so there's not a lot of difference. So let's pick the normal mode and start. Now right off the bat you'll need to initialize to start a new character. There we go. Now you always will start on an alien planet right away that is procedurally generated. That means a different type of environment, animals and plant life every time you start a new save. And you can see what type of planet it is. It says radioactive 5.3. that means it's a radioactive planet. And always you will have to fix your damage tech of your multi-tool, exosuit and your ship to be able to fly away. Also to protect yourself from the hazardous weather by filling it with resources from all around. And don't worry, later in the game it will be much easier with the right upgrades. To start a multiplayer gameplay, if you want a friend to join you, go to the options menu in the network settings, make sure that you have anyone can join and multiplayer option enabled. Then go to the view No Man's Sky friends list. On the bottom there's two options. The first one, press to show your friend code. The one beneath it is where your friend need to put your friend code to add you to the game. After that he can join you by going to the main menu and pick the multiplayer tab, and he can click on your name and join your game with the same game mode that you're in. Very simple. Now first thing that window will pop, start with the perform a scan. So let's click tab to open the inventories. We need to start by fixing our multi-tool scanner. For that you will need to collect 75 ferrodust, and you need to do that to see what materials are there around, so you will start to mine them. You can keep track to see how much gathered on the top right of the screen. Back to the inventories. If you have the right amount collected, just click on the broken tech to fix it. On an empty slot of your multi-tool, press E to choose a tech that is available to install. Next tech to install on your multi-tool will be the analysis visor. Choose it and go to craft the required parts. That is, in this case, the carbon nanotube. You need carbon to craft it. A little tip, when you mine, try to keep the laser beam red as much as you can. That way you will mine by pulsing the fastest. Like you see, my hazard protection was low and I started to take damage. So I looked for the closest cave that was around to hide and get my hazard protection up. By doing that, what was holding me back is those hazardous mold fungus things that usually is in caves and is toxic. So don't get too close to them. Instead, mine them for sodium and oxygen. It's a pretty good resource. Now that you got enough carbon, let's craft the carbon nanotube. Just click on an empty slot to open the craft menu. We need 50 to craft one. Choose it. If you have enough of the right material, then like I showed before, install and click to place the tech, just like fixing. Another useful resource that you can get only in caves is cobalt, and that can be used along with ferrite dust to craft batteries, and one battery can fill your hazard protection all the way up instead of using big amounts of sodium, and that's a pretty good tip. That's what I do. Also, in later stages of the game can be sold for high value of units. Another tip is you can use other tabs in your Exosuit's inventory, like the technology tab. You can place your tech in there that you don't use frequently, and other materials and resources to the cargo tab, and there you can hold twice the amounts of every material that is not a resource. You can simply notice the difference between them. Resource can get up to 10k. Now you have completed the first few steps, installed the analysis visor, and you're able to see the location of your ship. Ulrika!